Hello, Pisces, September 2020. So this reading is intended to describe the energies of that time, but it may also to some extent describe energies of the recent past or the future extended beyond 2020 a little bit. But again, the intention is to describe the energy of this time for you. It's very different from all of the readings I've done today so far. Got the King of Cups here at the bottom, which is funny because the King of Cups kept coming up as I was shuffling your cards at the bottom of the deck. But then the last shuffling that I do is always, it always results with a different card at the bottom of the deck, unless it happens to come back around again. But it seems extremely unlikely that the King of Cups would be at the bottom of the deck right now. But there it is. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. So give me just a sec to look at this stuff. So I feel like right off the bat that there has been, you're either in or coming out of a period of material lack. So you probably have felt unsupported. You've probably felt like you don't have the resources that you need, or you've been struggling with minimal resources to get by. But I do think that there's going to be an offer of material assistance from somebody who has enough to share. That maybe you're wondering right now how you're going, a lot of people are. A lot of people have lost businesses, and obviously there's all sorts of stuff going on that is really difficult for people financially, material stability. Living situations are in flux, and maybe that's where you are. But I feel like there is going to be, whether it's a job or whether it's from somebody who is, you just know somebody who's able to help you out. I do feel like there's going to be an offer of assistance from somebody who is in a more stable situation. I don't know that you can necessarily see that right now, and you probably have a lot of doubts because it's unclear, but you need to trust that even though you're in this place of instability and uncertainty, that there is a path towards all of the stability that you would ever want, that the universe will provide for you a way forward. All is not lost, as bad as it may seem. It's not always easy to hear that when you're in that place where it seems as bad as it seems. I feel like you've definitely dealt in the past and kind of still feel like people will look out for themselves. You've dealt with people like that, and you kind of have that expectation of people, of them just taking advantage, taking what they can get, and leaving you with to carry the burden moving forward. I feel like it's made you somewhat defensive, and like you have some reason to be. Based on what I'm seeing here, you have some reason to be. You have reason to doubt people. You have reason to doubt that they're honorable, that they have good intentions, and, you know, everybody should have strong boundaries. That's not the same thing as necessarily being defensive and being, you could definitely be over guarded against somebody, but you also, in this, I'm feeling like it's actually healthy boundaries that we're talking about against people who would hurt you. People who may seem innocent enough, but given the opportunity would betray you if they thought that it benefited them, that they would come out ahead. But so while I want to stress that what I'm seeing here is healthy boundaries and guarding yourself against that sort of person and betrayal, it's a healthy boundary that's also open enough that when the right person is there, you can actually come together and assist each other. Somebody that is on your level, may not be the same as you, but has something to offer you and you have something to offer them, that it's not like all relationships are betrayal and disappointment. But there is an element of having to trust yourself to be able to discern which is which is the person who will just plunge a knife into your heart when they think that they'll be better off for doing it, that they'll come out ahead of you somehow, and the person who it's not always easy to distinguish. It's not always obvious that somebody is stunted and immature and narcissistic, or looking at, I feel like narcissism is like, it's a real thing, but it's also something that is thrown around a lot nowadays. It's not always easy to distinguish that kind of unhealthy pathological person with someone sincere and somebody with real value and integrity. But I think that if you are exercising healthy boundaries, you will actually be able to discern between the two and end up in a better situation. So overall, I feel like you're moving through this difficult period where you have material lack and have probably been hurt and betrayed. And you've been left with a lot of reason to doubt that people are worth trusting and having around. But there's also a part of you that can cut through right through that bullshit, and you know that people have value, and you know that situations can change and transform into something else, something that is of value, and that in the right time, the right person can come into your life. And it's still important, even with those people, to exercise healthy boundaries, but that includes being able to tell when to let somebody in. And I'm not going to pull any more tarot cards for this spread, but I will pull, 2 or 3 probably oracle cards here to see if there's any more information to bring clarity. Well, that says it right there. So we got walking away here at the bottom of the deck. And then the cards that I pulled for you are cards 14 and 13, which are caring connections and financial constraints. So I feel like this totally supports everything that I just said, that You may be in a place right now where you lack um, material resources, and I'm sure that it's stressful, and you probably feel a lot of doubt surrounding how things are going to work out. But there are connections that are either coming in or around you that are supportive and genuine, and maybe even willing and able to offer you the support that you could really desperately use. So I hope that that resonates with you, Pisces, because even though things might not always look like they're going to work out, I do believe that they're going to work out. I know that you have reason to have your doubts. That's definitely apparent from looking at these cards. If this resonates with you, it's apparent here that you have reason to doubt. But at the same time, there's no reason to doubt because things are going to work out. There's reason to trust as well. People may have given you reason to doubt, but the universe will give you a reason to trust. I hope that that resonates with you, Pisces. I hope you have a good month. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.